Hello and welcome. Today we'll be going through the next poem in my book, Maybe Someday, which there's a link down in the description if you want to know more about that and maybe even buy it or anything. Um, and so the next one we'll be doing is To Be Me. And kind of as I've mentioned a few times, just a reminder that this is all stuff I wrote several years ago when I was 17 and 18. So um, sort of some of the things I might talk about in here and different feelings I express and things I say are um, like from a past me. I in this time when I wrote a lot of this stuff, it was because I was in a very dark place in life, and writing this book very much helped me to overcome those things I was struggling with and get to the better place I am today. So, just a reminder that things I say in this poem here don't exactly reflect my current state personally. It's who I was then. Because some of the stuff here deals with, more negative kind of feelings and thoughts and kind of stuff. And so I just wanted to get that out of the way really quick before we dive into this completely. And so, as usual, I will start by just reading the poem to you, and then give you a moment to sort out your own thoughts, share anything you want to about it in the comments if you would like to, and then afterwards we'll dive a bit more into my intentions and meaning behind it at the end. So here is To Be Me. Everybody tells me to just be myself. It's okay to be different and have some flaws. That's what makes you who you are. But every time I do, people just complain and say that it's wrong. I'm being difficult and not doing the right things. So what am I supposed to do when no matter what I do, I'm always wrong? I just want to be a good person, but don't want to pretend to be someone else in order to be seen as one. I'm just trying my best to be me. But is that wrong? Is it wrong for me to just want to be me? Is that wrong? People tell me that I should accept myself for who I am and never judge another for who they are. But those are the same people who judge me most and try to change me. I try my best to please the people around me, but I can't get myself to be someone who I'm not. I'm just trying my best to be me. But is that wrong? Is it wrong for me to just want to be me? Is that wrong? Am I really that bad? Can someone trying so hard to be perfect truly be the worst of all? I hate myself and I hate what I do, but I would never want to be anyone else. I truly like the way I think and the things that I believe, but I still hate myself and still hate what I do. I don't expect myself to be flawless or for everyone to like me, but I don't understand how I can try so hard to do my best and still just feel so wrong. I feel so wrong. Is it wrong for me to feel this way? Is it wrong? Is that wrong? I'm just trying my best to be me, but is that wrong? Is it wrong for me to just want to be me? Is that wrong? So now, if anything there connected with you or stood out in any way, as always, welcome to pause, share those thoughts, and we'll get right into talking a bit more about the meaning here. So just as a bit of a general to start off, this poem was very much coming from a place of like feeling like, I feel like the poem's pretty straightforward. It kind of just puts my exact thoughts out there through this, but just kind of feeling like no matter who I was, it was always like it was never quite right for other people around me. Like if I just tried to be myself and fully embrace every aspect of who I am, no matter how much I tried to do that, it just always seemed like still people had problems with who I was and the things I was doing and all kinds of things like that. But then if I tried to like change or just pretend to be something I'm not, those things still happened. I was still not able to please the people around me at all. And that just got me like really lost and confused with who I should be. Like, do I continue trying to find some other version of myself that maybe isn't truly me, that can help me to be liked more by people around me? Or should I just keep being myself and who I want to be and try to just ignore the hate that brought me? Because a lot of times it felt like either I be who I am and receive hate from others, which then, because of that, turned into some hate toward myself, or be someone be a version of me that I don't like, so then I hate myself, and still is bringing me hate from others. Like, it just felt like very much like lose-lose situation where no matter what I did, it was always wrong. So got me questioning, is it wrong for me to just be me or to feel any of these ways? And yeah, just all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the general idea. I'll go into a few more little specifics based on certain stanzas or lines. But yeah, that's kind of the main idea of this. So starting off in that first stanza, it's very much about me just really trying to be myself and be unique. And despite differences and flaws I may have to others, still just trying to be that person that I am, everything I am, just full honest me. But then it starts to get into how doing that always seemed to lead to judgment and complaints from others about things I did or ways I was, and how it maybe inconvenienced them or wasn't likable to them, and all kinds of stuff. And so, as I kind of said before, it just felt like no matter what I did, it was wrong. But then, as I say there, kind of later on in it, I just didn't want to have to be a new version of me that I didn't like in order to be liked by others. Like, it just, I mean, no one wants to hide who they are and pretend to be someone they're not. Although it often felt like that might be the only option in order to try to be liked and appreciated in any way. And I know that's very much a struggle a lot of people have. Then down in the second stanza, I kind of go into a bit more about how a lot of the people around me, like friends and family and all kinds of just the people around me, would often try to be like super supportive and encouraging, like welcoming differences and saying things like it's okay to be who you are and all these things, and that sound positive and encouraging and kind of were in some ways. But then I began to notice how, as I say there, it's those are the same people who I felt most judged by, and like they were the ones most trying to get me to change and be someone I'm not at the same time. And it just always seemed like I was causing problems for others again, no matter what I did. Even the people who claimed to care about me and value me the most, even those people were still like judgmental and critical of who I was in a lot of ways. And it just kind of made the whole thing even more hopeless. Like, if the people who value me most still don't seem to value me wholly like that, like, can I ever be accepted and fully appreciated and just for who I am? So then in the third part there, it kind of shows how a lot of that, those things that were happening and the ways I was feeling ended up turning into a lot of self-doubt and hate toward myself, because when, I mean, kind of as I said a little bit ago, when I tried to just be myself, other people said and did things toward me that made it harder for me to like myself and to always like doubt who I was because of the ways they doubted me. But then when I tried to be someone I'm not, then I naturally didn't like that person I was pretending to be because it wasn't me. So then, again, just brought more self-hate. But then at the same time, I truly loved who I was. Like, I never wanted to be anyone else. I truly liked the passions I had and the things I did and just who I was deep down as a core, at the core as a person. And but having that struggle where, despite the fact that deep down I truly did really like who I was and didn't want to be anyone else, I felt like I had to be someone else, and it was wrong for me to like this person I was because everyone else around me seemed to have problems with bits and pieces of who I was, and so made me naturally start to doubt the worth and value of those parts of me and whatever it was in any given circumstance. But yeah, it just felt like I wasn't really allowed to love who I was a lot of times. So then there, at the end, kind of as I do at the end of each stanza slightly differently, but yeah, just ending off emphasizing how I, no matter how much I just tried to be me and to find value in myself, I just at the time couldn't quite find that full self-worth and self-love because of judgment from others and making me feel like I was wrong for being who I was and for feeling like I could like certain aspects of myself that maybe weren't always likable to others. And so I just like to say that if you may be going through anything sort of similar to what I explained here, that I hope you can maybe find some way to like hold on to the love that you may have for yourself and find pieces within yourself that you can hold on to and love despite how others may make you feel about those pieces of you. And then that maybe someday the world and the people around you will come to love those pieces too. And you and everyone around you can find a love for who you are. It's not wrong to be you, whoever you are. It's right for me to be me and for you to be you, even if sometimes it may not feel like it at times, and people around us try to make us feel like it's not, or deep inside we try to make us ourselves feel like it's not. And as always, just kind of with that, remember that we're all broken and we're just arranging the pieces. Thank you.